Hello friends and welcome back to the channel for Season 47, War number 5. We have a matchup today against SGA, very good alliance. They finished 3rd overall in the world last year, 1 spot ahead of us. Team today, so excited for this one. We have Ascended Ironheart coming to war for the first time. We're taking 3 fights with her, flanked by Wiccan and Black Cat. So we're going to start off today on path number 6. We have a TERRAX here on node 6. We're going to take with Wiccan. Not much going on here. So the strategy here is really just going to be, we're going to heavy at the start of the fight to get our power gain spell, and then that'll allow us to keep the neutralize paused with our medium light combo, and then we can apply additional incinerates after that. So while this kind of fight goes, I do want to talk about Ironheart a little bit, because I kind of helped plan this war a little bit because I wanted Ironheart fights. But I did kind of know in doing so that we were going to be sending her to a lot of untested matchups. Normally, I think you'd want to do, these kind of matchups in the off season just to see, how feasible they are, what could possibly go wrong. And I only say this because I do die with Ironheart in my first fight with her against this kitty PRYDE here on node 15. And I knew going in that it would be risky. The strategy here was to invuln and safely push her to the SP3 because she's Incinerate immune. We applied the Rupture pre-fight here so we can safely deal damage. Once we get tracking up on here, we can safely hit into her miss. However, what I was caught off guard by was first my block input failing and wasting 2 of my indestructible charges there. What's going to happen here, so we got the tracking up, we can safely hit into her while she's phased. The problem is that her SIG gives her a 250% combat power rate here, and I was caught really off guard by how much power she was gaining there. Dexed after I finished my combo, and she absolutely wallops me with that special too. So I talked it through, went back in, and this is kind of how the fight is really supposed to go. So again, we are focusing on getting up the tracking passive as quickly as possible. That's going to, again, allow us to hit into her phase. And I have the invuln boost going here again, but we kind of want to watch the combat power rate and really just bait out that special one if we can. That's going to get rid of her built-in prowess. It will not remove the prowess from aggression prowess here. So you can kind of see how this fight is supposed to go if you correctly manage her defensive combat power rate by baiting out special 1. So on that previous fight, when I noticed how high the combat power rate was getting, I probably should have just backed off. And right here, I was safely pushing her to special 3 because I knew I could finish the fight. So yeah, just a bit of a learning process here with Ironheart. We're going to take her in here again against this SAURON, a node 24. Again, just kind of getting a feel for the champion here. This fight is probably much longer and sloppier and more difficult than it needs to be. Again, just a new champ here, bringing her into untested waters here. I'm trying to feel out the dex on the special 1 with her specifically against Sauron's SP1, so I do mess that dex up quite a few times. She does have the ability to block unblockable special attacks from mutant champions, so I could have, and maybe will in the future, just safely block those specials. Yeah, so what's happening here is I'm trying to dex out of the beam, and then I'm actually taking a hit from the 2nd or 3rd hit in there. Right there, my block input drops for some reason. Now at this point, again, we have a bunch of ruptures applied, and we could probably work up here to the special 2, which probably would have KO'd him. For some reason, I continued to pause and apply additional ruptures here. I'm not really sure why I did that. One of the really cool things about Ironheart and her cash out on the special 2 is that unlike a champion like Quicksilver or Morbius, is that the debuffs do not go away when you cash out with the special 2. So you do the huge attack increase on the special 2 per debuff per armor that you have, but you don't actually lose those debuffs. They will kind of expire naturally afterward, but with power backs, I think in a difficult fight, you could be spamming special 2s back to back and really have some huge amounts of damage here. All right, moving on, we have this spot on node 33. Going to be going in with rank 3 Black Cat, who doesn't really get much use in this tactic as I thought she would, just because I use Chielth all the time. So we get some truly unlucky spot RNG here. You can see in just the first 2 combos here, he already triggers Untouchable. I actually failed the Untouchable, and I trigger it on this special 1 punish, but the evade saves me. So I guess those 40 SIGs that I have on Black Cat are actually worth something. We fire off the special 2 to get the Sabotage debuff up. I stupidly hit into his block, and now just baiting out the heavy here. And now from here, we're just going to be failing all of his spot generation, and that ends very, very quickly. Alright, the main event here, we have an Onslaught on node 41. This is a very, very, very difficult fight. Very difficult node for him because of that Power Focus 2. His Special 2 gives you reverse controls, which Ironheart is immune to when you have the tracking debuff up. So she's really kind of like tailor-made for Onslaught. A lot of her abilities are specifically designed to counter things that he has going on, other than the fact that she is still the hashtag metal. So we can safely push him to a Special 2 and just block the whole thing. If we trigger Bubble Shield during the special, it's fine because again, we can safely block unblockable special attacks. Now, a couple of things that are going on in this fight that I didn't expect is that the first thing is that you'll notice that he is applying Neuro Shocks through my block with his Special 1. And this is actually, I'm not sure if it's intended or not. He has a flat chance to apply that below a block, which actually gets around her 150% ability accuracy reduction. So I'm not sure if that's going to be changed or what. The second thing is that you're going to notice on one of these Special 2s is that he actually applies the degens right here through my block as well. That is a bug, and that is going to be fixed. That is a bug with Onslaught, not a bug with Ironheart. So right there, a little brown pants moment, because I really was not expecting to take like half my health in degen passives there. So now I kind of have to, you know, pucker up here and really get the fight down. But other than that, again, you know, Ironheart very, very safe for Onslaught in general, and will be more so when those bugs get fixed. So overall, pretty solid war for you know, a brand new champion coming into her first 3 fights. The first time we've ever used Ironheart in the Alliance at all, because she's brand new. So 5 kills, 1 death. I think that would be that could be preventable next time. Not too upset about that. And our record has improved to 4-1. I do want to mention one more thing specifically about that death, and I called this out in our Alliance chat. This was, I think, the first time I can ever remember where I died in Alliance War and did not have the kind of reaction that I have typically had in the past when I've died in war. Like, dying in war, it sucks, it's very upsetting, and usually it kind of like ruins my day. But in this instance, for some reason, you know, I died. I was a little confused as to how it happened, like how the CPR got up so high. Posted it immediately in my BG chat and asked for some help talking through it. How, you know, what could I have done differently, and just kind of like channeled that energy that I otherwise would have wasted on being angry into, like, you know, making sure that I had a better strategy and approach for that second time, and it paid off too. I thought I did really well in that second run. So yeah, just a little personal note there. Folks, if you enjoyed this one, let me know by hitting that like button, and look forward to some more Ironheart gameplay. War 6 is going on right now, and she is going to make another appearance in that war as well. So hopefully get some more use out of her, some more experience with her. She's just so much fun to use. Very cool looking character. So that's going to do it for this one. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again next time.